Welcome to Amberskies. Yeah. We're back. It's me, it's Blades. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Are you ready for this? I hope so. I hope so, as we look at a nebula. Oh, well, that's nice. That's very nice. What were we doing? Let's have a look. Oh, all my icons have changed. Okay. That's nice. Visual Studio, why not? Development is a good place to be. Oh yeah, it wasn't working, was it? At the end of the last one. Right, memory is back. Memory is back. So, we left the last one with difficulties getting the renderer to work properly within the boundaries that we've reset. We've gone now for textures mixed with just coloured objects. And we were, well, I wouldn't say struggling, but I wasn't getting the kind of things that I wanted out of it. So what did I do to sort that out? Let's have a look. B library. I made a couple of changes. So in the model warehouse, I have changed a couple of things. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, right. I've added a deleter for the shelf, so no memory leaks. That's good news. I've taken out bits and pieces here because I was testing out counts, different counts, you know, number 2 and number 3 for the model. So that's been taken out. Nothing much really there. No, that's okay then. That's fine. So get rid of that one. Yes. This was important, I remember now. Look what I did. I actually had to change. There's a reason for this. This is my talking point, I think, for today. I made a not a mistake, but an assumption, and I shouldn't have done. My assumption was that by passing the current model loading, back out to the warehouse, the model warehouse, I was copying the contents of current model loading to the item, the storage that I prepared in the warehouse. Unfortunately, by doing it using that method of just a model, I succeeded in making something called a shallow copy. There's a deep copy and there's a shallow copy. A deep copy is when you copy from one memory location to another memory location. A shallow copy is where you share it and it dies. And that's what was happening. So on the second model going through, it just overwrote the first model because it was shallow. There was no new addresses being generated. So what I did, simply, really, is just make it into a pointer. What that means is that it changed, obviously, everything into a pointer. That's really all that happened here. If you start looking down, it's just pointers that have changed. There we go. New model. So we make a new model now. Arrows. There was something here that I really did miss and made a mistake. There we go. That one there. Has textures equals false. I'd missed out as well. This. I know it shows on both sides because once I'd realised I saved it quickly. I'd made that idiot mistake. Because we took the has texture boolean out of it. And we were setting it here has textures equals true, but never setting it back to false. As soon as it went true, everything was getting true. Yeah, so it does help if you set it properly. So that's all that happened there. I have added bits to the clean storage. Now the clean storage changed totally. I don't know if it'll show on here or not. Yeah, I've now got my has normals equals false again. So I do reset it anyway now. But my current colour wasn't being reset to 0 either. So I put that in. All of these indexy thingies to delete can now become clears. That does a better job of it. If you use delete, it leaves the memory. This is what I wanted to find out quite a few episodes ago, and I've now had a chance to do it and study it properly, which is what I was doing yesterday. That will only delete the pointers, not the memory. So I'm wondering if clearing is better than deleting, especially when trying to get rid of things, but they always say delete, so I'm doing the deletions. What I was finding was on the second run through, the vertex data, well, all of these data storage classes here, or data storage vectors, started at whatever they ended at on the previous model. So you had a load of rubbish and then your model. By using clear, it resets the size of the vector to 0. So there we go. We have learnt something. So that little exploration was useful. I know that's supposed to give it back. I think that gets it ready for giving back to the system, whereas this just clears it. So that needs to be looked into more. Should we delete or should we clear? Deletion versus clear. There's an interesting one. Otherwise, it all went well after that. Model 1. Let's have a look. I'm now setting the model ID explicitly in Avatar. Alright. Come on, Windows, you can keep up with me. There we go, there's model 1. Lighting is, beautiful. Remember, I only set the light at 0, 0, 0. I haven't done anything with it. But that's looking nice. And if I set to 0, yep, we get Bob back. Here is Bob. There we go. Lovely. So we now have both of them. And I said, well, that's all well and good, but we need to be able to show everything. And what I'm really saying is that isn't good enough. Let's get that out of the way. Let's see what we can do about that then. Equals. Let's do m_dice dot. We'll roll a dice. 1 to 2. 1 two-sided dice. And then we'll minus 1 off it to give it 0 to 1. Alrighty, let's try that. There we are. Oh look, boxes. Bob. Box Bob. Box Bob. Box Bob. Lighting's working correctly. Boxes look correct. No silly gaps or holes in our models. Okay. What this says now is that we have access to everything through our renderer. Our renderer is complete. This is the biggest downfall of where most people give up. It takes a lot of effort to get to this stage, and unfortunately, if you don't get to this stage and understand the power of what you've got in front of you, then wow, most people would drop by the wayside and not continue to program. Those who do usually get to make something quite basic, like we're going to do, which is going to be good. So now we know we can control the model. Well, that's great. What does this mean? It means that our avatar is losing control of the model. If we have a look back up at the top now, init view doesn't matter where it goes anymore, because it's not controlling. Oh yes, it is still controlling the model, isn't it? Darn. We'll have to give over the control now. So model warehouse initialize models is now automated. We're not telling it which models we want to load. That is being set by an outside text initialization file. In data. Nope, not in data, in actual TL3. So that's what's being loaded. I can make a list of these as long as I want. But that will give me models and model numbers. So that's 0 and that's 1. I could even set the model numbers and restrict how many models I can load up by using an array. I don't have to use vectors. We can structure it more. We can do quite a lot of things. I was hoping Linksy Cat would be around, but that'll probably be later. I want to have a chat with him. It is a programming club after all. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we need to push it further. What have we now got with this model warehouse? We are in the update. We're not even doing that. Okay. Screen position, blah, blah, blah. Prepare models, render entities. That's all we're doing. Instead of that. That's doing the rotation, isn't it? So all of this bit can go now. We've tested everything and it works. So that can go. Prepare models is the next thing that can go. And what have we got now for rendering? Light and camera. Right. I'm not sure whether I want to keep it in here. It's not really the job of the avatar to be rendering. Render itself, yes, but there's nothing to render for an avatar unless you're on an external camera view, a chase cam, for instance. There is that to think about. That's nice coffee. So we've got rid of that. The right mouse button is our movement. And that's going through to M camera. So really, we should only have M camera. We should only have the camera. far as I'm concerned, anyway. Let's get rid of the library a minute. And what do we have? We have everything, don't we? Right, okay. To simplify things, let's get rid of you. And you. Okay, that simplifies the first bit. Model warehouse and batch renderer. Sun and model. Well, we don't need the model at all. Why do we need the model? This is a structure decision now. This is a design decision. So what I am actually thinking of doing is taking everything here I've still got create entities here. I'm not sure I want to be creating the entities here. I will need that after all. Okay. Model warehouse has storage for a few things. I don't know why this double slash is going on at all. It's not needed. Okay, let's see if we can expand upon this. Does this have a renderer? So prepare models receives the entities. And those are Amber entities as well. Do we have our own? I think we do. We do have a base entity. Right. I think that's next week then. We have to sort the entities out. Alright, I think I'm coming up with a notebook time here. Alrighty. So entities need to be sorted. That entity should be in here. Amber user. Are we using Amber user? That's a good point. Doesn't do anything. This is what where avatar should go, and on and on and on. Oh right, it's just holding initial user data at the moment. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I know what that's for. That's where our entity is there. And our entity really does hold quite a bit of information, but at the same time, our base entity should be becoming similar to this now. Okay, that's good news. That's what we need to work on next week. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I really want to get this warehouse out of Avatar. Alright, let's see how we can do it. Save all. Let's pop you up. And I want it to be in game state, don't I? Here. Which really isn't doing as much as I expected it to. Alrighty. So, what includes will I be looking at? I would be looking at, including the avatar, obviously. From here, those three. So that's what we're looking at changing today. The immediate changes is that. Now, interestingly, that doesn't stop it from working over here. Oh dear. It should do. So I've just taken out model warehouse. Okay. World models, which is all the entity stuff. It's you. It's you. I've still got a render. No idea why. Old position. M old position. That's for the head look. That's a different story. Should we have a component system? Hey. Should we have an entity, an ECS, entity component system? Or at least a bit of one. Because if I do that, I can put components into Amber Core or Amber something. Amber components. And that would get the movement controls out of the game and into the library. That's an interesting thought. All of these are interesting thoughts, but how much of this do I want to do right now? Or next week, should I say. This is what I'm deciding for. I mean, I'm open to suggestions from you, the club member. What you want to see, what you want to do with all of this. We now have a flat playing field. I mean, next week I'm really looking to have a scene built, a base scene. And I don't want to be building a scene from here, from Avatar. That would just be bad. I mean, Avatar has, well, game state has next to nothing in it. Right, let's try and build this. And see if we can get game state converted. Put Avatar on the right hand side. So in Avatar CPP, we now have a load of reds. Alrighty. That's good news. So in update, Warehouse prepare model is the first one. Oh no, it's here. Right, in game state I want the warehouse. Full stop. That's the start point. So we had that as that one there. So let's take you first and start putting you in. So we've got our avatar. Now we need a model warehouse. That's the biggie. That's the whole objective. So what we need to do here, that's your base state. I'm looking at all of this stuff up at the top. Oh yeah, the test stuff can go as well. Don't need you anymore. Near plane, far plane, and FOV I need. That has to stay. Although I'm not sure that we should be setting it here. Instead, we should be setting it in here. That's another choice we may have to make. So we've got init keybinds. Okay. Dot initialize models. That's that bit done. Alrighty. Don't think I'm going to be using dice right now. We do need the light. So cut and paste. We'll pop you in. mlight was Euler. Put you next. Thank you. And that makes you work. We don't need to know about the model at all. The warehouse deals with the models. We can choose them. We can tell the warehouse which model to use. So we just tell it the model ID. Alrighty, that's making our avatar a bit simpler. So you can go. You've already gone from that side, good. We'll see if we need the model at all. At all. Alrighty, that's looking okay. We've now got init view. So let's go to init view. All that is doing is setting a position. Creates a new entity, gives it a model ID, and sets a new position. Right, we don't want any entities at this stage because we want to be transferring our entity next week, well, today maybe, over to Amber entity. So that is no longer valid. Cube size is no longer valid. Pushing back entities is no longer valid. Init view is no longer valid. Thank God, hey, that's good. We've got rid of something already. It's just test bits and pieces that we have to get away from now. We have to be starting to build the game. So we have no entities now. That's good. Which means we don't need to delete them. That's better. We have a camera though. Put you to empty. Right, so I need a renderer and entities to prepare models. Alrighty, let's make those. Let's make that happen. Decided I don't want them here. So we needed a renderer. Have we got one? Let's have a look. No, we don't. So let's have one of those. And we also needed the entities. So we have to create an entity to be able to prepare a render. Ooh. I'll have to think about that one. Okay. Alright, yeah, I can do that. So all I'm going to do for that is make a player. Well, avatar is the player. Ooh. We will have a model number from the intro screen. We will get a model number for it. I'll do that in a second. Right, we'll think about the entities in a second. Well, now really. Every time we update, we need that line there now. So that goes in update. There. I am certainly not happy about all this keyboard stuff being in here now. That's got to go. Right. Fine. Now what do we need? We've got less red now. Oh yeah, we need to render the batch. And that means we need a H avatar. Get camera, get camera. Yeah. What's he going to return? That. And return m_camera. Is that okay? Nearly. I nearly spelled everything right. That wasn't too bad. I am very bad at typing today again. Never mind. So now we can do this, but this goes in render. Instead of calling avatar render, okay, avatar render, why are you not protected? It's because it's 3D only. Okay. If target equals m static window, m render. Yeah. We'll pull you out here. Cut. We are going to do that in case there's anything we need there, which there isn't. Okay. That's avatar. Dot get camera. Initial value of reference to non-const must be a long value. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get rid of it. Alright, so that gets the camera. Render batch just needs the camera now, yeah. Now, MMO update and render. It hasn't got an entity. Okay. Interesting. How are we setting the entities? Well, we're not anymore. I wish I hadn't deleted that now. Still doesn't like it. Okay, let's do that then. Okay. Where is it? No, that's fine. I think that should be a pointer though. Anyway. Yeah. Don't want that here. I want that somewhere else. Okay. Actually, no. Do the key bindings first. That doesn't do any harm. m_avatar equals a new it's just avatar, isn't it? Avatar. What does it need? Nothing. Okay. That goes there. And that gives us the entity. The first entity should be yourself. So it's going to be a model ID. Decisions. Let's make one anyway, just in case we need one. What are you? M entities. Pushback. An Amber entity. Okay. So m_entities dot push. Yeah, dot pushback. A new Amber entity no, it needs nothing. Okay. And now m_entities 0. Is it a dot or not? Model ID equals 0. In case I need it. That'll do. Does it need anything else in there? Good question. No. Not right now. Was it an arrow? Yeah. Good. Let's just replace these. Okay. That's good. Not got too much red going on now, except for this avatar stuff. I'm not sure I really want to put an avatar render in. Yeah, I'm going to put an avatar render in. There's a reason for it. And that should be an arrow. And that's it. What the heck is wrong with it? Initial value of reference to non-const. Huh. How weird. No, there's nothing strange going on here. I just need an asterisk there. Surely. Not happy about that. doesn't need that. Okay. Wasn't sure if it needed the second one or not. Okay. It wants the address. That's fine. That should now be correct. But how are we getting that entity over there? How are we updating the entities? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. That's just render patch though, isn't it? Right, it's coming in through the processing. There. Good. Right, so it will work. Thank God for that. Lovely. I'm relaxed again. Relax, relax, relax. Will that change work? Well, let's just try a build. Let's see if I've missed anything obvious. No. Darn it. And game. We need to delete avatar. Int count equals 0. Count is less than m underscore entities dot size. Count plus plus. And delete m entities count. There we go, simple as that for that. And we also want to delete on m underscore avatar. I'm happier now that that's a pointer. It's in the right memory area now. I don't want the avatar in running memory. I want it stored outside, because that's going to change a little bit more than we expect. Right, now build. Okay. And we see nothing. Good. That's exactly what I expected to see. Absolutely nothing. Which way is our camera turn round? Just for a test. I'm not going to test any further than this. Position, please. What do you want? What do you want for position? An Ambervec 3. Okay. X1. That's to the right. Y. Nothing. Up. And minus 5. Point F. Okay, run test. There he is. He's a big boy. So 0, 0, 0 is at his feet. That's good to know. So he's actually at the right height. He doesn't need to be brought up or down or anything. He's a slightly tall boy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So to do the full test, now we can now show that we can control it from here, I think, instead of from the avatar, which has got nothing to do with this whatsoever. And that would be scale. And that equals float. Let's halve him in size. Yeah, that's looking about right. He is massive. 0.1. I think he's been drawn 10 units high in Blender. Let's see if we can get him down to 1 meter. That's looking more like it. So now we should be able to walk up to him. Yeah, and that's a lot faster. Yeah. Okay. Looks a bit weird. Yeah, oh, there is some kind of interesting things going on with the... because I set a trap in there. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So yeah, we're alright. We can actually create an entity by doing that. Okay. Right, let's look over at Avatar now and see how much of this we can clean up. Just because it works doesn't mean to say it's being cleaned up. it's the biggest thing. So, let's do it. Clean up on the way. Yeah, I'm interested in that one. I'm going to keep it on. Okay. So we don't need a test. It's a fun test. I liked it as well. I'm going to keep these. I think they're useful. Oh, this is looking a lot better. Update mouse. Yeah, update mouse. All of this could go to a component. Rendering. Yeah. Okay, we'll just leave it doing nothing. All of this movement stuff. Alright, so what the camera is now doing is just doing, or our avatar is just controlling the camera, which is perfect. Because it's also producing things like these. Ah, yeah. That's even better. It's doing it all for us. Yes. Wow. That's good. That's very good. Done. We did it. Rendering is now owned by GameState. Okay, so that's store object and model warehouse updates. Day 39. Updates due to rendering being transferred to the game's main game state. Okay. Hopefully we shouldn't have to modify that too much more now. I know there's additions to make in there still. But now we'll want to look at entities, don't we? Now we've got time to look at entities. Wow. Hey, hey. Oh, I haven't said hello to everybody. Hello. Hiya's. Johnite, yay. Shout out, mate. Doing good, doing good. We now have our avatar class doing what our avatar class should be doing. It's storing a camera. And that's what it should be doing. So we can leave that alone now. And start looking at other things. Now, what would you like? Would you like the entity class sorting out, or would you prefer a look at something like a component system? I mean, it's a game club, and if Linksy Cat's here, he can have a shout. Oh, something just happened. Oh, thank you. Shout out to you, Jarnite. I'm heart to you. My heart goes to you. Thank you. He's now an avid follower. We're only about 9 people off the first tier. We're at 41. The first tier is at 50 followers, is it? That's not bad, really, considering I've never asked for anything. I mean, it's silly. But yeah. I really, really do appreciate it. I think that shows confidence in what I'm trying to do. I want to have a look at this base entity. You see, avatar here is public base entity. Now, base entity doesn't really belong here. Base entity really belongs somewhere in Amber. I would say it's the core. Where do we put light? We put it all under here. Yeah, we'll put it all under here. Under rendering. So at the moment, that's what we've got for an entity. That's what I'm using. Do entities belong here, or should I make a separate file? No, I think I'm going to put base entity in here. We'll have to keep world models going until I can clear all of them. That will just get disused. Right, so if I do that, build. There we go. Identify, and that's undefined. Why is it undefined? Because that entity is being used everywhere. Ah. Header files. Yes, that's fine. The errors are coming from... Oh. Places I didn't realise they would come from. That's good. That's fantastic. That tells me where they all are. Okay. Let's do it. Shall we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Come on. I'm up for it. Linksy Cat had a really good question for me on Wednesday. So I'm hoping that he's going to be able to pop on today. If anybody's got any questions, by the way, about anything, not just about what I'm doing here, which is putting together at the moment. Hey, there he is. She, he. Don't know. Hiya, Linksy Cat. Oh, good. We get to talk about that. Fantastic. Linksy Cat was asking me questions. Or a question. Can I remember what the question was now? Where did I put it? Here we go. Electron and mono. Did you work anything out there, Linksy Cat, on this electron and mono thing? Right, for the viewers, communicating between electron and mono. Let's get me pen. Where's me pen? There's me pen. I'll have that one. Are they? Are we in yellow? Yeah, we are. Okay. Let's sit up a bit. So, electron and mono. I'll start here. Right, let's describe what they are first of all. Right, if people don't know, electron and mono are cross-platform. Can I call them SDKs? Development kits. Yeah. Yeah, I would call them development kits. Now, Electron will do native windowing. Yeah. So that will give you native windows. A bit like SFML will. Native windows. Mono gives you MS Windows plus .NET. Now, can everybody see the problem? Electron is built around Node.js. And Mono is built around C#. So if you want to use that, or use both in the same program, and you want them to both be able to have access to certain information, you would have to literally write your own API to be able to either embed one into the other or the other way around. But you would have to embed. And by the looks of that, you would be embedding Electron into Mono and using C# to program. Electron also does handle Java, by the way. Does that make any sense, Linksy Cat? So if it handles Java and C# is Java, it already talks to itself. So if you program everything in C#, you're home and away, I suppose. C# is Java. It's just Microsoft Java, that's all. So does it need adapting? Does it need an API? Yeah, you'll still need to write an API. Personally, I wouldn't go down that route. I wouldn't use Mono, but hey, that's what I was given. So my API for Electron and Mono would be built in C# if I was to do that project, whatever that project is. I never ask details, by the way. If somebody gives me a question, I will not pry into the details. So I will go away, I will think about things. If anybody's got any, anybody who's watching has any input on how to use Mono and Electron together, please feel free. You know, just the chat's here. That's what it's for. It is a game. It is a club. So yeah, that's my basic thoughts. Do you need any help with that, Linksycat? Do you need me to go any further? Because you said you were using Sublime Text. Again, if you're using something like Sublime Text, look at what Atom can do. Atom is the Electron editor, if you want to program through that side. Whereas Mono, program it with anything really. But both of them you can program just with a text editor. You don't need any special ID or anything. Yeah, I did look. But it's good question from Linksycat again. Do you know if there's any libraries that are written in both for interchanging data? Right. Held a message for reasons aggressive. Allow. Oh, wait a minute. What? Auto mod? What? Oh, right. Yes, it's misinterpreted that. I'll do it on here. There we go. Sorry about that. It took that as an oh my god. OMQ. Right. Do you know if there's any libraries that are written in both Electron and Mono? Nope. So far I found OMQ, but I haven't tested it out yet. Linksycat, I'm going to ask you a serious question now. Are you being forced to use Electron and Mono together? Is there an outside influence here, like a job or something that's forcing you down that route? Oh, I've just put add permitted a term, OMQ. Okay, fair enough. I'll have coffee. Okay, Linksycat's come back now. I'm mostly using it because the parts I'm using in each one will be easier in that particular platform. Okay. Okay. Have you checked out Angular? There is a library for Angular and Electron, which does, well, Mono versus Angular, then we've got, haven't we? Mono is Microsoft bound, and they can pull the plug on it anytime they want or do what the heck they like with it. And they use the .NET framework. Angular is open source and continuous and isn't owned by a company. It's probably, it might be Vue, yeah. Angular would use CSS and stuff like that. I can't remember if it's got it in there. It helps if I have a pointer, doesn't it? Duh. So drawing all over my screen. Pop you out of the way. GitHub. Okay, blah 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 blah. What, you have to sign in? Get lost. And Electron. There we go. I think it was this one. No, it's not that one. Ultra fast bootstrap with Angular 8. Oh, this looks like it. Yeah, this is it. It uses npm. And yeah, so it's got 8 and 6 on the master branch already. That's good. This is the best one I've found that covers mono style things. As you can see, it's JS, a lot of it, JSON. TS is TypeScript. So the main package, you'll as soon as you see import, you know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with something in Java. It uses npm, which is again Java or Node.js. It's pretty easy to understand, and that's how you create a window. So browser window. So I don't know if you are wanting it for networking or not. F# in mono. Yeah. I think I'd use C#, not F#, but F#'s okay. In fact, F#'s blooming very good and okay. I would prefer that over C#. So I'm glad you're using something sensible. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's your own choices and what you want to do. It's not really something I can help you past on that one, because if you want to stick with those two, write your own API is the answer. You'll be better off doing that than trying to use anything else. Let me just try something else a minute whilst I'm here and we're talking about stuff, because this is something I didn't do. What do I want to type in? There we go. Okay, no. No, I didn't think so. People aren't using Mono and Electron together. There's probably a good reason for that. Angular may be better, or I think it's because it's Microsoft. People just don't want to use Mono anymore. Can't understand why. Oh well. Ho hum. Okay. That'll give me a load of errors, so rendering. Ah, right, I see what you mean. Yeah, Linksy says it's because Mono isn't a JS framework. Yeah, you're quite right. I initially thought it was when I looked into it, because some of my reference material says, hey, this has got Node.js in it, and then when I looked a bit deeper, no, it was the it's the C#, F#, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely, it's Java, but it's Microsoft Java, which then converts to C#. Yeah, it gets complicated. finding out which language things are in is usually pretty hard. Don't know, that's my keyboard. Muppet, get off. Cat's typing, help! Add a new item. Let's add a new item. What we're going to have? We'll have a header file, please. And we'll call it base. Actually, capital B for here. So base entity, and that's a .h. There we go. And I'll also have a new item. I want a CPP file for this one. Is it going to hold anything? Yes. It will do, won't it? Yeah. Base entity. .cpp. Now you know why I use C++. I'm using Electron as the UI, yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. But Mono is where I'm running the code core logic. I wouldn't use Mono then. Yeah, just communicate, just embed one into the other. You have the functionality for it in the core logic. I would think on callbacks, would it be? I'm trying to think. The last time I looked at embedding was Python. Maybe that would give you a guide? Embedding Python into C++ for this project, so I could use Python. And then I realised I didn't really need to. I can just use text. Because I wanted to be able to control this program from after it's been compiled, so I'm going to be using text instead. ASCII, why not? It's a language called English. But yeah, Mono is a .NET framework. Would I use Mono? Probably not. I would probably, if you're going to run the core logic, it might just be better to use JavaScript. Java. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm trying to be as helpful as possible without being nosy, so I think I've said as much as I can. Yeah, try looking through Python embedded into C++, and that will give you an idea, because there's quite what was it, Pi 11 or something? C Pi 11. Oh, God knows what they call the things nowadays. They call them all a load of rubbish, actually. Yeah. So let's go on with this. Where are we up to? 1 hour. Okay. Include base entity, please. Thank you. I think we've got namespace Amber here. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll pop you in. It's a shame I can't be more help or show you any code, because I just don't have it. I don't have that kind of code. Well, yeah. Any cross-language library for IPC. I would look at that Angular one then. That's the only one I can suggest. That's the only one that I've seen that can actually do anything, but it's all web browser. Because, oh, I see what you do. Yeah. It's, if you're thinking of a web browser type game, yeah, that's right. but it also fits in with Electron. It's got a pre-written setup thingy. Just put yeah. Are you using the NPM packaging stuff on Electron, or have you got some different type of framework? Yeah. Well, if it's NPM, yeah, you can just introduce Angular or have Angular and have a look through it. Just type into GitHub Angular and space Electron and hit the first one. You'll see what I mean. Ah, right, you're using Vue. I don't know much about Vue. I haven't looked at that. Yeah. Yeah, when you're mixing and matching things like that, it's sometimes difficult. It's just difficult. Write your own stuff. That's what I do, to be quite honest with you. I know it's difficult to start off with. Usually I just spend a week reading the manual. Right. It's a shame that. If the library doesn't exist, write it. That's what I always say. That's all I do. That's why I have an Amber library. Yeah. Yeah, neither is inherently, yeah. And it's the only bits and pieces I can find. So I've had a look. Didn't come up with much. Shame, but if I was to research it for about a month, I'd probably just turn around and say sod this and write it. No, I've seen web apps written with Angular Electron. There are some floating around. But if you're looking at web apps, you should really be in Node.js anyway, I would think, and HTML and XML and all that kind of rubbish. Ugh, I don't go there. Eesh. That's all horrible stuff to me. Oh, sorry. So, base entity. Let's go. Alright. Let's set this up. What includes do I want? Not that one. Ah, right, is that it? Love that one. This is actually going to be a struct. I'm not doing this as a class because it's more for data than it is for anything else. So I'm going to keep it as a struct, I think. Alright, there we go. Oh, it's only a header file here. Oh, that's easy then. So I only need that bit. Yeah, that's right. Okay, since Linksy is using Electron, it's more of the Node.js part of the stack that I would be able to use. Yeah, that's right. Mono will also be able to use an IPC library, I think. If anybody who tunes in or knows anything along these lines, please feel free to help out. Linksy Cat would appreciate any help he can get, and I don't blame him. Yeah. I didn't find one, so good luck with that. And I don't have one, unfortunately. I would have to sit down and write one. Go with it. Go with a zero message queue and see if you just mess with that and see where it gets you. Give it like a week, mess around with it. That's exactly how I do things. If you've watched the series, you'll know that I just mess around with things until I decide upon the version or the way I want to go. Mind you, I'm allowed to, because that's the fun bit. Yeah, we'll just copy that lot. That's what I was doing, wasn't it? To there. We don't need the public anymore. There we go. That's good. And don't need you. Let's have a quick look at this. What's all this rubbish here? Undo that one. So that would now hold everything. Yeah. I think I can work with this because I don't, if I'm going to write a component system or any ECS type system, I don't want it in the sandbox or in the application. I want it in the library. Because you can use ECS systems on other things, not just for games. So that will be helpful, I think. So we've now got a base entity, and I've got a base entity CPPY. There is none there. And there is none there. I don't need it. Alright. Remove. Delete. And that's that done. So that's all information I need. Yeah, that'll do. Now all I've got to do is fix the mess I've made. Okay. So I'm gonna go to sandbox first. Oh no, it's not gonna be able to work now, is it? Oh well, never mind. Where I'm using base entity here, all I need to now do, why are those separate? I'll put it in here then. Hash include. And we'll make it part of our library, and that will be rendering, and that will be base entity there. All I have to do now is put Amber base entity. Yep, there it is. Fantastic. I doubt it'll work now because we're going to crash out on the library, aren't we? Yeah. Lovely. Dee. Let's start at the top. So go by file, please. Model warehouse. Where are you? Model warehouse core. Model warehouse, what are you doing with entities? Here you are. Okay, you've got an Amber entity that is coming from there. Hash include. And we should stop doing that. And base entity. All I have to do now is put base in front of that. Okay. Save. Check the other side. And what have we got here? Yeah. That's lovely. That will work. And that's it. Okay, that's model warehouse off my list. Who's next? Batch renderer. Okay. That's in here. Why are you having a bash at me? Ah, here we go. It's here. Hash include base entity. You're a base entity. Oh, this is going to work out brilliantly. You're a base entity. Because now this means that I can go to town on entities and start utilizing them properly and not have them messing up my game. That's lovely. This is getting good. Come on, give us all the reds. Oh, that's going to a render, is it? Okay, we haven't done renderers yet. And that's base. This might break the whole thing, you know, and I'll have to take it back. I don't know if it's going to work. Hopefully. Oh, let's have a look. Standard pair, blah blah blah. Why can't you work? Maybe because of that. There we go, that's all flashing up nicely. There's a lot of base entity. So surprisingly, it was an important file. A very important file. We are using our entity system an awful lot. So that gives me hope. Good. We'll go over to colour and texture in a minute or two. That's looking good. That's looking good. Okay, let's go and have a look at colour. There. Hash include. And that's just base entity, isn't it? Yeah, that's lovely. Makes it a lot easier to work with. Yeah, this is what happens when you leave it a long time in between doing things. What happens is you start building a system, and then you find out halfway through that, oh, but all my entities are now in the wrong place. So I think it's better that we do this now. Here we go. Because we're only at the base entity stage, and this takes all base entities. There we go. And that should do that one. Got some more yet? Yes, we have. this code is actually starting to look good. I am actually thinking of doing a major refactor soon. But I really want to get to setting the first scene and being able to move around it and things like that pretty quickly now. Alright, I'm happy with that one. It's exactly the same in texture. So that's got exactly the same problem because it's a near copy, but not quite, of the other one. Yeah, I think you've got a good way forwards, Linksy Cat. I think you've got a good way forwards. Always have Git on your machine. Definitely, it's the first thing I put on my machines as soon as I unfold them. Git is my heaven. Without it, I would have lost years of work. To be honest. Everything is backed up, and my backups are backed up, and I also have backups that are not connected to computers nowadays because we have these plug-in pens. This is a true story. I went to a computer shop not long ago, in fact a month ago now I think, and why is base entity not working? And it was interesting because I was looking at external hard drives, portable ones, plug in, plug out. And surprise, surprise, not one was designed or, how can you put it, advertised as PC. Xbox, yeah. Wii, yeah. Game machines, yeah. PC, So if anybody knows of a good make or a good sized pluggable, it has to be huge actually, over 1 terabyte, over 2, 4, 5, more, plug in, plug out, briefcase sized hard drive. Actually, why don't I just buy a mini computer? I don't know if they do them anymore. Interesting. I started my actual first program ran on a mini, and it was machine code because that's all it had. There we go. I was looking at actually doing a machine code series. Anybody interested? Anybody interested in doing machine code? Or C instead of C++, going back to our roots. If you don't know, C is still the most popular language being used in the universe today because it's all used inside of C++ for games. Alright, I think we've been through all of this lot. Error list, batch renderer, draw, application.cpp. In Sandbox. I didn't realize that was still a thing. Okay. Delete. We're not using it. Are we? No, we're using game. What? No, we're using game. Yeah, this can go away. Okay. That's fine then. Thought I deleted the wrong one for a second there. Remove, delete. Alright. let's try a full build again. Oh, still got a few to go. Right. Sandbox 16. Oh. Don't need that at all. Yeah, that'll do. Copy back to there, that'll do. Save. Let's get a new list. There's not that many now. Game state.h. Actually, just 1 second, let me just try a build on the library. Build library. Okay. Rebuild library. Are we clear? Okay, looks like we're clear in the library. Okie dokies. So all I have to do now is go through this one. Oh, good. Alright, let's get this one going then. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to developing software, speed is the worst thing you can do. I think the best way of developing any kind of software is to play around every day until you get... I mean, if I was to do a series on C, the first thing I would do is create a synthetic operating system type of thing. I would create my own world within the computer to play with. And okay, let's do the first one. There it is. So hash include. You might notice I'm not removing world models because that's still got other stuff in. That can be moved later. Rendering and base entity. Lovely. Excellent. So that puts me on getting rid of all of this lot now. We're getting a screen full of... Yeah, it takes a lot of alterations just to do one thing. But you've got to do it, you've got to clean up. Never ever back down from one of these. Game state I'm in, aren't I? That's library done. Entities, states, game state, H. Alters you in here. Somewhere. Oh, dear me, that was a bad one. Funny though. I love my typos. What's wrong with that? Oh, it's a pure virtual function. So I can't new it. Interesting. I'll come back to you. That's that one done. Intro doesn't use it. Intro state. Intro isn't part of this anymore. So I've got one error. That's fine. And it's game state 28. Lovely. So we're down to the one error. So I need to make it into something now. That's fine. Just do that then. That's going to be library. Let's pop over to the library, Jeeves. Amber. Rendering. Add. Yes, I'm adding it back again. Well. Base entity dot cpp hash include what? Had a pragma once on it. Oh, God. Hash include namespace amber, and that's that done. Just let's make ourselves a few little joyful things in here. One thing that I do want to do is take you away. And I want to take you away. And I've confused it totally. Oh, great. Never mind. Okay, let's get this sorted. It's not pure virtual anymore. Don't need you, do I? No. There we go. Okay, we're alright with the library. Sandbox, will you build? No. I know you can't do it. Avatar inherits base entity. So I've already got one. There we go. Let me just check that this works now. M_entities. I'll choose 0. And it should be thingy. Arrow. Model ID, movement speed, position, rotation, scale, update. Oh, you beaut. We got it. We got everything. Everything we had before and more. Does that mean... No, it doesn't. Oh, wow. Hell, that should work. Have we done something stupidly well done? Yes, we have. There we go. Yeah, this works. This is 3D at the easy stage. Yeah, I'm happy. So. What did I do there? I crashed. Delete avatar. And that's been deleted in game state. You can't delete the avatar after entities because you're putting that in there. So you're deleting it within the entities. You can't have it twice. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So now just don't delete it twice. I think that's the best way of doing that. Just make sure I can get out of this again. So runs, escape, escape, no crash. Good, yes, that's what it should be. Now, I've accidentally done Monday's work. I do accept questions and stuff, and I think I need to encourage you people to chat more and share knowledge, even if you're a beginner. If you say something that's wrong, please, everybody else, don't flame them. Just point them in the right direction. That's what I want to happen. I'm not bothered too much about, you know, what all these other YouTubers and Twitch people do. I'm trying to build a community of people who are interested in exploring, and I will help you explore. And I'm hoping Linksycat will go off now and become an absolute god with whatever he does. Because if he finds that he can now, oh, wait a minute, this goes here, that goes there, the other goes there, it's not already out there on the network. He can either publish it or produce it and sell it, I suppose. If what you want is money, I would just produce it and stick it up on GitHub or whatever. But, you know, it's all here to be done. And you, the viewers, you, the viewer, are the person to do it. And I will show you how to do that research. That's what this is all about. As you can see, I have no script. I just sit here and poodle along with this game until somebody asks me a question. So the game's coming along quite well. Do I want to introduce movement component system? If I was going to, how would I do it? Well, first thing is, I wouldn't put it in the sandbox with the game. I think that's in a good place. My library needs to be saved. Okay. Moved entity. Sorry. Base entity into this library. Yeah, that'll do. So that was a good move. People are afraid to do things like that, and I've always wondered why, because that's why I have this. If I mess up on doing my component now, all I do is I click on there and say, I'll have my code back, thank you, and I'll do it again. That's why you use Git. And trust me, if you are about to start programming, use Git. All of my development libraries are on my home server, luckily. So I keep them at home. Yeah, I would have a new add folder. Make sure you've got your little blue circle up, that it's a folder and not whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Stuff that doesn't exist. Now it's gone ahead and done something weird to me. Okay, come back to my library, please. Thank you. God, no, I can't get it. Ah, there we go. Component system. So you'd have component not spelled right, isn't it? So in here, we would probably be looking at a header file, movement component .h, like that, and we would then, of course, add its other bit as well, a CPP file. So movement component.cpp. And that will be movement component. There we go. Namespace Amber. And then we would have a movement component. Hash include. May as well include the system files. I wish it wouldn't do that. There we go. Namespace Amber. But you can see how easy it is now to work with things within the library and also the sandbox. You can transfer between the two. You can do whatever you like, and this is a time where you want to really start sorting out some kind of roadmap, I guess. I don't like them, but roadmaps and stuff. Testing should be done at this stage of everything. Really, I'm not going to do it, but there you go. Really, yes, everything should now be tested. You've got a lot of code which could go off and go boom and surprise you at any time. Luckily, I've already tested a lot of this code, so I'm quite happy with it. A component. I would make it a class, wouldn't I? I don't think a component has to be a class. I'll decide on that. Right, we are at the 2 hour mark, so is there any questions and stuff? I haven't even started on my Coke. Sorry, my black fizzy burpee liquid. Have to be careful what you say on here. Alright, there you go. So yeah, as you can see, it's not just about me programming an MMO. That's what I'm trying to say. Any questions? Any comments? Really, because what I want is feedback on things that you want. I mean, if Linksycat wants me to set me a project, you know, just give me some specs for a project or something, and you want me to do a video on it, then yeah, I don't see any problem in that. You might not get what you expect. You probably just get me exploring the ideas, but you probably see code. I would expect it to get to the coding level. For research, I mean, it only takes me about an hour nowadays to do my base research, so I'm very fast now at doing that. That's why I'm building an RPG, because I can. Right, you lovely shiny people, I'm going to bid you all farewell. We are, oh wait a minute, 0MQ. Yeah, I'll see if I can make a video on it. How's about that? Are you part of my YouTube as well, Linksy? If I do a video, is it alright if I put it on YouTube? You know where I am at Amberskies. I mean, if you've got it to there, or I can do a separate Twitch stream here on like a Tuesday or a Thursday. I've got free. 0MQ. Oh god. Oh, do I have a link? Right, no idea. I do. Where the heck did I put it? Where on YouTube do I get it from? I know it's on here somewhere. Oh god. Alright, does this work? No. Yes, I know how to get a link. My bad. Copy link. See if this will work. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah. Yeah, it's working for me. See if that works. That shouldn't be on. Are we okay with that? Excellent. Would you prefer a set video, or would you prefer a live stream? That's all I'm going to ask, really. I mean, you can have either. I mean, I'm here to create content, and I think you've got a good one, so why not? Stream, to be honest. Okay, we'll do it Twitch. Okay, Twitch. Yeah, notes made. I'll let you know in Monday's stream which day. Probably Tuesday or Thursday of next week. Oh, Monday, damn, no. Wednesday stream. Monday I'm in hospital. That's what I'd forgotten to say, isn't it? Sorry, peeps. Monday I'm in hospital. Tomorrow I'm doing teaching people how to program on here at 2 p.m. And Sunday I think I'll probably just be relaxing, doing some sailing or whatever, playing a game on here. But Monday I don't know if I'm streaming or not yet, because I have to go to hospital. Sorry to say, part of my life, I suppose. Damn place. I live there nearly. So, on those notes of goodwill and cheer, I shall leave you for your Friday evening entertainment, whatever you choose. I believe people will be hosted on this channel a bit later. So, I'd like to ask you all to take care and have fun.